I regret telling my boyfriend about my fetish. I, 24F, have been dating my boyfriend, 26M, for about a year now. Our relationship is very strong, and we work very hard to make sure we are healthy and in check. When I met him, he let me know he was a virgin. This wasn't a problem to me. You can say I've lived a very eventful life due to being hypersexualized from a young age. So, patiently, I taught him the ropes and we began to be intimate. I was his first everything. Unfortunately, due to his lack of experience, it really sucked for me. Don't get me wrong, there most certainly have been times where he has made me come, but they have been few. I tried suggesting things in the bedroom. I tried being more vocal and clear with my wants. I also suggested we watch porn together so we can have visuals to help us envision what we desire. But instead, he did nothing. My partner let me know he has a thing for anal and prostate stimulation. Honestly, I was kind of caught off guard, but I didn't judge him. I looked to Reddit for tips and tricks, and I watched porn, and I read stuff online about everything ass-related. And when we had intimacy, we engaged and I satisfied him. It felt good to make my partner satisfied. You know what I mean? Well, recently I've been struggling with my mental health and was prescribed medications. During this time, he did make some comments about being sexually frustrated, but he never forced me to do anything or made me feel guilty. While trying to find my correct dosage, I had noticed I developed a low libido. I also noticed I started to get aroused at a certain body part. Feet. I wanted to tell my partner this new discovery to perhaps try and incorporate it in our sex lives. By this point, I was sort of returning back to my regular libido. He was initially receptive to my fetish and said he accepted me for it. The other night, we were both high as fuck and got horny. For context, because he was a virgin when we started dating, I had to take on a more dominant role in our sex lives, which is fine by me, but I identify as a switch. So I started and began leading, whatever I was clearly satisfying him with foreplay. Then it was my turn. It felt so unromantic. He tried to give me head, but it wasn't good. I tried to verbalize with instructions and body language, but he just didn't get it. So I figured, all right, how difficult must it be to kiss feet and suck toes? Probably not that hard. I asked him to do that. It literally felt like he was grossed out, lost, and his kisses felt like unromantic pecks. We immediately stopped, and his response was something along the lines of, I struggle when the attention is not on me. I instantly began to cry. In that moment, it felt like it was a confirmation of one of my big fears: sexual incompatibility. I also felt dismissed and judged. He claimed he had been doing fine until it got to the feet. Everything he brought it back to the feet. That made me feel judged. I didn't judge him when he opened up to me about liking ass play. Not to mention, things were most definitely not right before the feet because I wasn't even enjoying the head. I pointed out that I always give him good foreplay, and that when he told me he liked certain things, I learned about it. I also reminded him that we can't even fuck missionary because he doesn't have the stamina, which leaves me to constantly top. I also felt my confidence get instantly snuffed. I'd say I'm a pretty confident person, but having my partner react this way and say that statement was hurtful to me. It made me uncomfortable and ugly. He's apologized since and promises he's going to take measures to educate himself. I believe him. However, I'm still really in my head about this. I feel sick to my stomach and wish I had never told him about my fetish, and we had just kept things as normal. I feel so gross and upset and judged. He's a good guy, but this was just a low point. I don't know. I just feel so disconnected with myself.